Who is All Nighter Heider? Who is the financial logistician? Well, in this video, I wanted to give you a backstory of who I am, how I got here, where I am, where I'm going, a little bit of a comment review, and a deal review. So, All Nighter Heider. Let's see. When was it? A couple years ago, I think it was 2017. I was in a rollover crash in a Ford Ranger truck that I bought for $1,000. It was $1,000. I went in and paid everything else for the lady that was selling it. I felt kind of bad. She was giving me such a great deal. It should have been $3,500, $4,000. So I got a good deal there. Was in a rollover crash, and because the odometer may or may not have been stuck at a certain number, I may or may not have been paid a little bit more than what I should have been paid for that vehicle. May or may not have. So through that, so I got paid off for that vehicle. But then through the settlement for my injuries, I got a clean 25 grand. I was 38 at that time. That was right when COVID was starting. So that was right at the end of 2019, the pandemic. So I got paid out. That was 25 grand, the most that I'd ever had at any point in time in my life, at any big chunk of change that I'd ever had. So I knew it was coming. I knew it was tax free. I figured I'd better figure out a retirement somehow. This is my ticket into a retirement, to start a retirement. So I did. I started learning. Went on YouTube, typed in financial terms and their definitions, and from there found Mark Moss, found George Gammon, met up with those two, and have been, oh thanks Kitty, and have been virtually networking on YouTube ever since. The virtually networking part, that is key. I've met a lot of people on YouTube. I've made a lot of friends. We know each other's character through our comments and through our consistency of viewership. It's pretty easy to tell who these people are. They could be bots, I guess, but it's doubtful. Quite a few of them now. I want to say about 15 of them I know personally. I have their phone numbers. I can dial them up and talk to them, so I know they're not bots. George Gammon, Mark Moss, talk to them personally. Simon, the uneducated economist, know him. He's a great buddy. So more than 15, actually, man. A couple dozen maybe, now that I think about it. Anyways, virtually networking has gotten me into this position where I now have a network. And like good Lord, I'll figure out how to talk one of these days. Like Mark Moss says, there's 3 forms of capital. There's your network capital, there is your knowledge capital, and then there's your financial capital. Generally, I want to see the knowledge capital, the network capital leads to the financial capital. So I got a comment yesterday from somebody trying to rile me up, some other viewer or maybe a bot, I don't know, whatever it was. The question was posed, and I want to answer it. The question was, so Heider, with all this viewership, all these videos that you've watched, what have you gained from all of this? He was basically, I'm assuming he was basically asking, what have I tangibly gained? And really, to be honest with you, not much. Not much. Really, my net worth has gone up to about 60 grand in 4 years. I'm only making about 50 grand a year, so it feels pretty good to me. I feel like I got started really late at 38, but I've been to conferences and told people the same story, and they were like, man, you are on a great journey. You started sooner than I did, and these are wealthy, successful people. Not to say that I have all the talents and skills that they have, but if they can do it, I can do it. Nobody's special. Few are special, I should say. So the virtual networking has gotten me to this point, and kind of lost my train of thought there. So I've learned a lot. I've learned a great deal. I have increased my net worth. I didn't have a net worth before. I was always check to check. I have the knowledge capital. humbling to say, but I do have a lot of knowledge. When I go and talk to people, they have no idea what I'm talking about. I can just blow them away. So I have the knowledge capital. I have the network capital through the virtual networking. Financial capital is coming. So that leads me to the deal that's proposed now. I am in talks with, I want to say it's 5 or 6 other investors, so a group of us that are looking at a cash flowing property, cash deal of $190,000. After repair values estimated due to similar comps in a less desirable neighborhood. Thank you, Kitty, for all the bells. 450, I believe, was the estimated comp in the area, or in a similar area, less desirable area. Our all-in cost may be, if we can keep it under 255, and we get comped at, say, 400,000, we could then do a cash-out refi of 65% and pull out 260,000, pulling out all of our cash. So none of us have any cash in the deal anymore. We are all on the house's money, yet we have a cash-flowing asset together. Currently, I am researching and setting up a couple of LLCs and a land trust to do this deal, so we're all protected. We have asset protection. We have anonymity. Not doing too much on the tax side because I'm with others, and I'm not going to push that. That's not... No. That's for me. That is for me. That's a very personal thing. That's something that each person, each natural man, it's not denoting gender, each natural man has to have an understanding and an ability to describe that understanding for themselves. That's not a group thing. Could be a group thing, but not a group thing in this setting. So I'd say within about 60 days, I should finally be a property owner. With others, yes, but this will get me on the property ladder, and I will be a lot more attractive to lenders now from this point on. Where are we at? 7.5 minutes. Good, doing good. That was pretty much all I had, really. That's me in a nutshell. Last 4 years, I've been cranking out the knowledge and cranking in the knowledge, learning as much as I can, creating a network, and now it's paying off. And that financial snowball, I'm starting to pack the snow together. Starting to pack it together. I'm excited. So thank you guys. Thanks you for joining me on this journey. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Thank you very much.